All right, what's going on, guys? We're here with the B9 A5 Sportback. This video is just going to be a quick overview about removing the rear outer seat belts. We're going to be dropping the headliner to remove the roof curtain airbags, removing the A-pillar trim, D-pillar bracket, rear sill, whole lot of stuff, but it's pretty easy. Do it one thing at a time. So if you're getting to the airbag or the rear outer seat belt, remove the carpet from the back right here, and then you're going to remove this latch panel cover thing. Sits on these pegs. You just have to pull it up. It'll slide right out, come right off. You do have to loosen it up from the weather stripping. So then we have that out. We're gonna have to take off these tie downs, and that'll loosen up the rear sill so we can come out. Yeah, so then you'll just have a couple clips over here on the sides. You'll have one that goes into your deep panel bracket. Looks like this. It'll slide into that. So you'll have to go in from the bottom of these grates that you can see there. Between this and that, get a flathead, pry it off. You can see where I was prying it. It's really strong. You're gonna think you're gonna break it. You're not. It'll pop out. And then that'll come out, obviously, as you're taking out the rear sill, loosening it up. But then once the rear sill is out and you have this D-pillar trim out, which this just pops right on out. This is for this side though, but essentially rear sill attaches right there. That'll slide out. Then this has this little hook. Just have to go like that, and then or just turn it like that, and then it'll come out. That'll expose this D-panel bracket. Here you'll have these interior clips, one here and one on this hole right here. It'll look something like this. If I can get to it. Not much space, but yeah, they'll line up with those holes and that one in the back. You just have to get a pick in there, pull it back out. You'll have this little clip at the top which goes into the chassis. Loosen it up, see where I was prying it. Pry it down, that'll come right out. You just have to wiggle it around and give it a quick shimmy. That'll come out. So then we have full access to the retractor, the seatbelt retractor, and the igniter from the roof curtain airbag. So the roof curtain airbag is right here. You can see there's a bolt right here. That's right here. Hold on. This one goes into the upper roof curtain airbag. That'll come out. You slide it back. It'll come down. Obviously, undo your connections here. This one's from the seatbelt retractor. This one is from the roof curtain airbag. These are little bolts that go into the chassis. And then once that, I guess depends on which order you're doing it in. I would take out the curtain airbag first. It'll come down, get out of the way. Then you'll have this little bolt here and a clip there for the retractor. It's a 17 mil bolt. You have to get in here with a flex head ratchet like this. Slide it in there, and then it'll loosen up. It'll slide backwards and then up, and then it'll come out. Then your seatbelt guides, depends. If your seatbelt is ignited, there will be a lot of tension on it. And what you have to do is take off this rear tie down. It's a M8, I think, or an M10, something like that. And this little alignment bracket. You just have to loosen that up, turn the bracket this way, hammer it past this point. It'll have this stick underneath that helps it stay in place. You'll have to pass it through here, then this side will come out. Pop out, loosen up the tension. You can take off the side bolster. It's a little 10 mil nut right here. This will come out, then the top will come out. Boom, rear sill finally completely comes out. And yeah, then you just fish your seatbelt through the guide. You could just lift this plastic piece up, get it out through there. That's it. Then you have your seatbelt igniter and your rear retractor out. Now we're gonna move on to the headliner and the curtain airbag over here. So the headliner, it depends if you're taking off the headliner or the A-pillar first. Regardless, both of them have to go. So the A-pillar trim looks like this. This is for the passenger side. It'll be sitting like that. So what you have to do, loosen it up a little bit off these clips, and then you'll have this clip right here, which a peg sits into it. It's a little bit more difficult to get out. What you'll have to do, I don't have a flathead with me, but this will make sense. Essentially go in here. You're gonna have to push on this bracket. You'll have to push it back. This will loosen up around the peg. This, I mean, you can't see it right now because it's retracted, but if it was protracted, it would be to the front and it would be covering the peg. You pull it back, the peg will come out, that'll loosen up. So then we have the A-pillar trim off. Now we have to move on to the clips that hold the headliner in and stuff. Headliner comes out. You do have to take out your, I guess it won't make any sense to show you since it's already out, but these little covers, these just pop right out. Just get a pick. All of this interior trim stuff, like your mirror holder here, there's one clip. You just have to get a pick behind it. You can't go too far. It says in the manual, only go about like a millimeter. And then just get on the lip of that, pull down, that cover will come off. Then you can undo the connectors. You have to go around, take off your handles. They're just bolts. And yeah, don't punch yourself in the face. Don't pull too hard towards yourself. I learned that the hard way. Yeah. Then once those are all out, then you can loosen up the console over here. It is one connector like that holds it in, and this mirror cover. So the mirror cover has to come off first, then you can loosen up that connector there. Then you'll move on to these connectors that go around the sunroof. And what you do is with a 90-degree trim tool, one of these go in between the sunroof and the headliner. Like this. Pull down, and if you're in the right place, it'll come out very easily. Yeah, and then what we have to do is to get those clips off from the sides. You will need a semi-special tool. I made it myself. It's from Harbor Freight, and then I just got some needle nose pliers with a grinder, grinded down the side so it's super skinny. And then that's for these connectors here. You can see the little holes in there. And you essentially have to thread this in. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Essentially, thread it into there. Hopefully I'm in there. Oh, it's a little hard to do with one hand. But essentially, you're gonna get them into the hole, close these down. And then these little holding clips here, they'll go in. And then slips right out. Then you'll have one bolt here that'll give you trouble. That's by the dash. This bolt right here, it is a T25, I believe, and it holds the current airbag tie down over here. You can see it over there on that side. That's what it looks like. You will need a 1/4-inch wrench. This is the only way to do it. That I was messing around with it for a long time. 1/4-inch wrench, 1/4-inch bit, go into the side. There's no room for a ratchet or anything of the sort. Even like a 90-degree bit, 90-degree adapter like one of these, they don't work, won't fit. So you have to get that wrench in. You'll just loosen it up with the bolt and unscrew it. And then there you go. You'll have your whole curtain airbag out. You'll have your rear seatbelt out and your side bolsters. and your rear sill and everything like that. And then for installation, just the opposite. Let me know if you guys have any questions. It's a pretty simple job. You can get caught up on a couple things though. If you guys are wondering about anything, just let me know. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching.